Alright, I liked an Inhuman book. Hello everybody, welcome to Off the Rack, I'm Sal.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tiffany.
Today we're doing Karnak #1, written by Warren Ellis, with art by Gerardo Zaffino. This is taking an Inhuman that a lot of people like, and there was a lot of lead up to it. I remember when they announced it, they were like, hey, Karnak! People were like, oh. There were two camps. There was, cool, or who?
I was in camp too.
And I know that once Warren Ellis was attached, everybody was like, oh, never mind, I'll read it anyway. And yeah, so here we are. This is the story of a character from Inhuman lore that is kind of off the beaten track, not involved with the royal family or all that nonsense. It's just this character in the Marvel Universe proper, just doing stuff. What'd you guys think of this book?
I didn't know what to expect because, like I said, I'd never heard of Karnak before.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know he was an Inhuman. And then it's like, oh, a chillin' and that. And I was like, oh, okay, so he's an Inhuman.
Right.
I can get on board with this.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I saw his design and I was like, I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah.
Is it stuff on his face?
Right, does
like,
he paint that?
Is it paint? Is it part of him? I don't know. You know what? I don't care. This is really much better than I expected.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That opening shot of the temple of whatever, I was like, oh, we're doing one of those kinds of books.
What?
I'm like, oh, you want to write a Vertigo book? Here we go.
Let's be honest, I didn't know who Karnak was.
Right. I mean, like,
I know...
he's
okay, what?
not a big deal.
People don't know this about me, but, like, I grew up watching a lot of, like, rerun television because my family watched a lot of old rerun television.
Right.
And Johnny Carson used to play a soothsayer named Karnak.
Right.
Oh my
God. I was like, I have to get that out of my head.
Yes.
I can see that happening.
But when I saw Warren Ellis was on, I was like, well, at least I know the tone I'm in.
Right, exactly.
He doesn't preface us with anything. He's like, you're doing Karnak. And I'm like, what's a Karnak?
That's because that is literally everyone's introduction to this book.
Right? So
here's Karnak. And it's like, okay, the cover is his face. I don't know what this book is about.
But to be fair, though, that spoke to me because
Yeah.
that has an indie vibe.
Right.
And I was like, oh.
Oh, no, this is practically a Wicked and Divine cover.
I know. Like, this whole thing, I was like, hey, Marvel's venturing into that sort of feel.
Well, and they
Right
played with it a little bit during Secret Wars with, like, Weird World and stuff.
No, I know they definitely did, but I mean, like, you know, DC does it a little bit with, like, Black Canary and The Midnighter, and, like, this really felt like an indie book, from the writing to the art.
Oh,
to,
right.
to not knowing who the character was?
Yeah, to it practically being an original book.
What was so funny was how much they tied it into the
to the core Marvel Universe.
Right? Like, literally bringing in Coulson and Simmons from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I was like,
yeah.
It's like you are Karnak, because he hates humans.
Yeah, and I hate Inhumans.
Yeah.
Like, so much.
You're like Salnak.
Yeah.
Only you smile.
I do, and I'm not being a dick about it. That said, yeah, Warren Ellis tells a good story, sells a good book, it's cool, and it's integrated into the Marvel Universe, and I think Coulson needs to be there to let the reader who isn't like, oh boy, Warren Ellis, I'm in for a treat, who's just like, oh, a new comic, I'll buy it, and not go, just so they're like, okay, there's a character that I can identify with, or at least that it will make me feel comfortable and
Not
safe.
only that, but it also makes you feel like anything that's happening here could actually affect things that are going on in Marvel proper.
Yes.
So, like, that's cool.
The art
is awesome.
amazing.
Yeah, very cool.
I've never seen this artist before, and the mixture of, like, stoic, you know, non-action with those periods of action where it's like, oh, like a thing happened.
Yeah.
Where it's intense action.
Yeah, it's cool. But there's still, for me, I think that the artist created a degree of separation between me and the character / me and the action. Like, all the action takes place, I'm not in it. You know, it's not a visceral experience. You can tell that it's intense, but it's over there. And I think there's always this disconnect that is prevalent throughout this book because you are disconnected from Karnak. Because anything that happens with Karnak is happening to Karnak, and you don't have a connection with him.
Well, also because Karnak is disconnected from the world.
right.
Like,
Well, Karnak cut himself off.
No, he's disconnected from the human world.
Well, exactly.
Well, that is the
right
world.
now he's in the human world.
Not in this universe. It's not.
Yeah,
it's
right.
not all about him. For me, like, that's my cup of tea.
Oh no, yeah.
Like, I could just drink that up all day.
It succeeds.
It's like illustratory, and it like has a lot of like high art concept to it. It's very high concept.
Oh, it is. It's so high concept. Honestly, though, my favorite image is the first page. Which is really cool, but I was very much
also,
like, oh, I know what this.
Like when he's going into the Berlin facility, there's like, I think there's a page where it's like, there's like greens and purples, and like it just looks really good. And like in that moment, I was like, the artist is treating this like more of a fine art than a graphic art.
Yes.
I was like, this is cool. But I also get that like not everybody's on board for that. So for some people, this might be like difficult to jump into because it's drastically different than like a lot of the graphic stuff you'll see in comic books today.
Yeah.
So I know for a lot of people this may not be what they're looking for, but like give it a try because it really pairs well with Ellis's work.
It's
or
funny.
His words, I should say.
Yes, and it's funny because the last Ellis book that I read was Moon Knight, which was like only the first like 6 issues, which is a damn shame. But it's so different from the last thing he did, and that's Warren Ellis' MO. Like, I'm gonna do something else. Like I did that.
If you are a kind of new Marvel reader,
yes, this is good.
I was gonna say like most of your Inhuman exposure has probably been from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is really only about the beginnings of this. Like, this is seeing an established Inhuman character, like, being like, I'm already adjusted, and we got stuff to do.
Right, exactly.
And I don't like you guys.
I don't deal with you guys.
I don't like anybody, let's be honest.
I don't want to be here, but you called me here.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's do this and get it out.
It's cool. I'm interested to see what's happening next. Issue 2 will sell it for me. If issue 2 is...
It's the make or break issue.
It is.
Huh?
It will be a make or break issue. So we'll probably have to do it on the show. We'll see what happens. But,
that's cool. I would like to do that.
Link in the description box down below. You can pick up your own copy, digitally of course. And we'll see you guys next week with an all-new episode of Off the Rack. I'm Sal.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tiffany.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and keep on reading.
So is his power literally that he can see the flaw in anything?
Yes.
That's like Sal.
That's way better.
I was going to say
that's way better than like being able to stomp and make earthquakes.
I was going to say it's like every chick.
Right. Yeah, so he's just hypercritical. Like, oh, all right. I know a couple of Inhumans for you.
That's why he wears the hood. He's just like, every day's a bad hair day. I'm done with this.
That sucks, though.
Yeah. Well, that's probably why he's so miserable.
No, and I think that's like, it's just good storytelling.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Good character building.
That's exactly what happened. They were like, you can write any Inhuman, and he fucking read down the list, and he's like, this one sees the flaw in everything. I could fuck with that.
Yeah, that sounds like something I am all
exactly
over.